That was breakfast. Good morning. Since I don't eat breakfast, I thought I'd show you my morning routine instead. And here we are. I love going for a walk first thing in the morning while drinking my coffee, of course. And walking is actually something that I just recently adapted into my lifestyle, and it's been life-changing to say the least. And I have separate videos on the benefits of walking, but I just find it so therapeutic. It's such a great way to get your body moving, to get some blood flowing. You get some sun, you get some fresh air. I mean, today it's a little overcast, but that's okay. And it doesn't have to be long. I usually just go for like anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. And usually when I come back from my daily walks, I am ready to go. On average, I aim to get about 10,000 steps every day. Sometimes I get a little less, sometimes I get more. The point is, I try to move my body as much as I can. Hey guys, so I'm about to work out here. I just woke up from my nap, so I'm feeling good and refreshed. I've got some fun workouts planned for today, and I want you guys to try these workouts. I always mention on my videos that having a gym membership is not a prerequisite when it comes to being healthy and fit. I think that you can get a lot of good done with just body weight movement, body weight exercises. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm ready to work out here, so let's get sweaty. Guys, that was so much fun. I'm sorry, I'm still breathing hard, I'm still sweating. But that's key, right? That's the idea for these workouts, is that you can get, again, you get a great workout just using your own body weight as your form of resistance. Like, can you get a better workout with weights? Sure, yeah. But some people don't have access to that. Again, my point is, you don't need machines to get a good workout. You are the machine. And if you guys want more workouts like this, then make sure you check out my Lean Body Blueprint 21-day weight loss challenge, and I'm gonna link to it somewhere at the top here. They're full of workouts like this, and you get to work out with me. Hello. Okay, so welcome to Cooking with Carlo. Just kidding. This is not a cooking show. I am not a good cook. I'm warning you now. But this is kind of the moment that you have been waiting for. I only eat one meal a day, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I eat here. Again, I'm gonna warn you now, if you're looking for a 5-star cooking experience, you are gonna be severely disappointed. I am as basic as no nonsense when it comes to food. I'm also a monostructural eater, which means that I literally eat the same thing every day. I do love variety though. When it comes to my meals, so I'm gonna show you exactly what I eat and how much of it, and we're also gonna do a little bit of meal prep. I'm gonna show you my secret weapon here in a second. And you're actually looking at it. It's these two guys right here, and I'm gonna talk about why in a second. Okay, first thing on the menu is roasted cauliflower. I love this stuff because I'm Asian. I used to eat rice. I grew up eating rice, and when I discovered cauliflower, it changed my life. Cauliflower has kind of become the grains of vegetables, except for the fact that it has 800% fewer carbs than rice. It's also freaking delicious. If you're wondering, there's about 150 grams of cauliflower on this plate. Okay, next up we have roasted Brussels sprouts. I talk a lot about my love for cruciferous vegetables, and this stuff is probably my favorite because just like cauliflower, they're extremely nutrient dense, they're extremely low in carbs, they're high in fiber, which is going to activate that stretch mechanism in your stomach, and they're delicious. Again, I also have about 150 grams of roasted Brussels sprouts on this plate. Next up is we have avocado right here. I haven't sliced it yet. It also looks like it's not ripe yet, but let's talk about it anyway. This is one of the healthiest things you can eat on the planet. I eat half of an avocado every day. All right, next up, let's talk about protein. This probably does not look very appealing. It's just ground beef with, I think I put taco seasoning on this, but that's the point. I don't expect you to be a top chef in order to be healthy. I do, however, expect you to buy the most expensive protein money can buy. So this is grass-fed and grass-finished beef, and trust me when I say that A, it's delicious. Like, you will taste the difference when it comes to the flavor, and B, it's just so much better for you. Okay, next up we have some homemade crispy pork belly right here. I think there's about 75 grams here, and this is my little treat for dinner here. So what I usually do is I'll eat all my vegetables first, and then I'll eat this stuff last, and it's delicious. It makes me so happy. Okay, next on the list we have roasted Japanese sweet potatoes. There's 50 grams here. Now, I mentioned in my superfood video that I would make an exception for sweet potatoes to be included in your daily diet because it's resistant starch. Having said that, it only becomes resistant starch if you cook it and then you put it in the fridge. You cool it and then you heat it up again. All right, I just want to make that clear, but this stuff is so good. As you can see, I kind of make it as a homemade sweet potato chips, and it's absolutely delicious. Okay, let's talk about treats. I just want to show you guys the 3 staples that I eat every day when it comes to dessert. First up is Greek yogurt. This is the stuff that I like. The brand is called Olympic, and I buy the honey flavor. And what I do is I just take a spoon and then I just grab a scoop, and then that's it. That's all I eat. And I measured it, and it's about 30 grams. And I'm gonna show you these exact numbers here in a second when we go through my macros. Next up, we have pistachios. Nuts like pistachios are full of antioxidants, and they are absolutely delicious. Just one quick note, I only want you to buy the roasted and salted variety. Don't buy the flavored stuff like honey roasted or whatever. Also, look at the back of it and just make sure that it is dry roasted, okay? Don't buy the stuff that's like deep fried in toxic oils. And lastly, let's talk about my absolute favorite right here. Dark chocolate. I buy 85%, I eat 2 to 3 squares every night, and it is literally the best thing ever. I can't believe that this stuff is good for you, that this stuff is healthy, and it tastes so good. Okay, now I want to quickly talk about your 2 best friends when it comes to eating healthy. Number 1, you need to own a food scale because you can't control what you can't measure, and they're so cheap. I think they're like $10 or $12. And I'm gonna put a link in the description box if you want the same food scale that I have. And then let's talk about this guy right here. This is a mini convection oven, and I call it the real MVP of my house because I cook 90% of my food in this thing right here. It cooks 10 times faster than a regular oven. So I'm gonna show you how it works quickly here. We're gonna do a little meal prep when it comes to sweet potatoes. Okay, so we've got our Japanese sweet potato right here that is all washed and ready to go. I really hope I don't cut my own fingers in front of you when I do this. So here we go. So you wanna make sure that you cut the ends off, and then you just wanna cut them in thin slices. All right, now we're just gonna toss all this in the oven. Oops. We're gonna put the lid on, and then we're just gonna set it for about, I don't know, 15 minutes. I usually just kind of watch it while I'm prepping other stuff. Okay, so we have our sweet potatoes cooking right here. Now let's talk about some eggs. Let's make some eggs. This is the stuff that I use. It's organic and free range. I couldn't find any pasture raised eggs over the weekend, so I just bought the next best thing. But just like with animal protein, try to buy the most expensive eggs money can buy. Trust me, it's absolutely worth it, and it tastes so much better. Okay, so as always, you want to make sure that you're only cooking with the good stuff, either extra virgin olive oil. You can also use coconut oil or macadamia nut oil or avocado oil. Do not use cheap vegetable and seed oil like canola oil or peanut oil. Let's put some on the pan. That's about a tablespoon. Next, we're gonna season it with some Himalayan pink salt. Make sure you're only using the good stuff. Do not use cheap salt. Is it done yet? I'm so hungry. Okay guys, so we've got our sweet potato meal prep cooking right here. We've got our eggs right here. I think I burned it. And these are my two best friends right here. My mini oven and the microwave. And my dinner is in the microwave right now. I just need to heat it up for about a minute. But why don't we do burpees while we're waiting? You ready? I want you to count. And go. Dinner's ready. Okay, so I'm a numbers guy, so let's see how all that food translates in terms of macros. All right, we're just on my MyFitnessPal account right here. And these are actually my numbers from all the way back in December. Like I said, I'm a monostructural eater, which means I eat mostly the same food every day. And by the way, I have a separate video tutorial if you've never heard of MyFitnessPal before. So let's just go through this quickly. I've got my 3 eggs, half an avocado, 100 grams of ground beef, 50 grams of sweet potato, my roasted pork belly. I've got my extra virgin olive oil, which I use for cooking, and we've got 150 grams of Brussels sprouts and cauliflower. For my dessert, I've got my Greek yogurt, which is about 1 tablespoon, 3 squares of 85% dark chocolate, and some pistachios. You probably noticed that I don't have my exercise logged. I don't really care about calories burned during exercise. I think I've mentioned that in a lot of my videos. I care more about moving my body. Now I do keep track of my steps, but I use my Fitbit to do that, and I try to aim for 10,000 steps every day. Now, let's look at my macros ratio. I'm at 62% fat, 21% protein, and 17% carbs. In terms of actual numbers though, I'm at 87 grams of protein, which is roughly around that 0.7 to 0.8 grams per pound of lean body mass that I recommend, and I'm at 68 grams of carbs. If we're putting labels on diets, this would technically fall in the category of low carb / keto, because if we go under nutrients and you subtract fiber, which is 24 grams from my carb count, that would give me 44 grams of net carbs, which would technically fall under the 50-gram carb count that would almost guarantee to put you in a state of ketosis. And I most likely am producing ketones because I also pair my diet with a 24-hour fast. I just eat one meal a day. Again, I'm not necessarily worried about labels. I really care more about how my body feels, and I feel amazing. I'm mentally focused, I'm mentally sharp all day, I never get hangry, I have tons of energy, especially during my workouts. I do all my workouts fasted, and I don't feel like I'm about to die. That's really all I care about. I'm metabolically flexible. But let's talk about tracking macros before we wrap up this video. I'm a firm believer that you can lose weight without ever counting calories. And a lot of my students inside the Fat Loss Accelerator don't count calories. But I also come from a competitive background. I was a national level weightlifter for 3 years, which means that I had to make weight. I had to cut weight. So I had to learn how to track my macros. Because here's the thing, you can't control what you can't measure. If you really want to dial in your nutrition, you need to know exactly what you're putting in your body. You need to know your numbers, at least at the beginning. And this is where tracking your macros comes into play. Especially if you want to do like a ketogenic diet where you have to stay below 50 grams of carbs daily. And that's how I came up with all the measurements of the foods I just showed you. And again, I eat the same food or a very small variation of it every day, which means that I don't really track calories anymore. I just had to do it once. Is my diet perfect? No. In a perfect world, I wouldn't be eating dairy. Does it work for me though? Yes. I like it. It makes me happy. Can I be leaner? Sure. Do I want to? Not right now. Because that means that I probably can't eat as much pork belly as I want to. Or I can't have Greek yogurt. Or I can't eat as much dark chocolate as I want. Or I might not be able to eat as much cheesecake. Am I willing to do that? No. Like I said, not right now. There's really no reason for me to. I'm perfectly happy with how my body looks right now. Will that change in the future? Sure. Maybe. Nothing's permanent. Here's how I want you to think about this. You've got to find that fine line between your current body composition versus what you're eating. If you're happy with how you look, then keep doing what you're doing. If you're not, then you've got to make some adjustments. The next question then becomes, how are you actually supposed to eat if you want to lose weight? Because here's the thing, 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You can't just freestyle this part. Do you have a proven plan that you can follow? To help you with that, I want to give you a free copy of my Lean Body Blueprint. This is how I melted all the fat around my stomach without depriving myself of my favorite foods or wasting hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach to all my private coaching clients, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link somewhere at the top here or in the description box. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. All right, that's all I've got. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every week. And hey, leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. First, a high five.